All right, we're here at Skyland Ranch, and this is Hank. And Hank's a really nice stallion, and it's interesting because his feet, we usually see a long toe and low heels, and he actually had a long toe and super high heels, which also creates really awkward movement and can look lame because the movement's so up and down, so choppy. Okay. Great. Thank you. Sounds good. Bring him on in. About a week ago, he started showing the same symptoms that he did in the beginning. So that length really is a factor in his comfort level. So we're going to take another look and reorient that hoof capsule around the bone, and he should be a lot more comfortable. Looking at the principles that we go by, right now his fronts are significantly longer than his hinds, you know, and it should be the opposite. The hind should be slightly longer than the front. So that's our first clue as to why his movement is awkward or off right now. So we'll get into it. Delano, one of the ways that stallions play or fight is they grab each other's legs with their teeth. So like when I went to grab his leg, because I didn't introduce myself fast enough, he like went after me with his head a little bit because he was like, oh, we're playing that game. Well, I'm going to get you then. So you got to think about things like that. They bite each other on the legs and on the withers. So even this, which normally a lot of horses would like, initially they can take it as like a, oh, you want to fight?
He's not wanting to back down from the fight. Huh?
It's kind of rare working with warm bloods to see heels that are too high, you know. And it's interesting because it's the other end of the spectrum. We deal with too low a heel and too long a toe, but too high a heel also creates problems, and it's the same foot but on the other end of the spectrum. So can often, a high heel actually makes a horse look lame a lot of times because of the way it makes such an up and down stride. Our warm bloods, you know, hardly ever have that problem. All right, bet. So in theory, these hind feet ought to be 1/8 of an inch longer than the fronts, or the same length. And right now he's 2 7/8 toe length in front, and 53 degrees is what I measured. So we'll find out where we're at here. It just seems like 1/8 of an inch longer behind and a slightly steeper angle is where their back is the most comfortable. And that's what I found over 15 years of taking notes. But that's not scientific. That's like asking the owners how is he doing, and you know, things like that. Good. So 2 3/4 is what I got there. So he's just a bit short. He looks too short. So get him growing out. I know, he feels really good. He likes the camera. The soft purr of the forge. Got a really nice foot, actually. Okay, Delano. Toe length is 2 3/4. Perimeter is 13.5. Angle is 56. Width is 4.5. First nail, 1.5. Good job, bud. He's like, I'm a stallion. Okay, 2 3/4. Okay, width 4 3/8. First nails 1.5. Angle 56. All right, let's do 13 1/4 for both, and a 1/4 offset. Man, we got to rebuild these pritchels. It's funny though when you think about forging for a competition. You know, it's amazing what you can get away with. You can be pretty sloppy, yeah, and still be fine, but you can't be sloppy with the trim. Want to take them and see if they fit?
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Not too much though. It's funny that it's the oxygen mixture that is what does that, not necessarily even the temperature. That's like if it gets too much oxygen in there, it'll do that. Four and a half. All right.
Three black coffees. And then one plain bagel. At the barn, you? The barn, not the bar. The barn. Just at the moment, yeah. Why, is it coffee time or work time? No. Oh, yeah, why? Oh, where are you at?
Okay, one more time here.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of falls off his outside there, so that's why we got a long and a wide outside. Especially right. So it's like his hinds being shorter coming like that. So I think considering what his job is going to be, or that he needs to get comfortable enough to have a job, putting shoes behind was a good call. It's amazing how often that actually just solves the entire thing.
Just having full shot.
Right. As opposed to fronts. In fact, it's so actually amazing that it's a little disturbing. Because, you know, you start young horses off and you think they don't need hind shoes. They're young, they're not working that hard, but the whole goal of training and all that's to support a rider, to get a strong hind end, things like that. So if you only shoe in front, you're neglecting half of the horse and causing that weakness because they get sore behind. Awesome.
Pretty athletic when he's
Don't worry about that.
the funny thing is, they don't want to run.
I gotcha. Don't worry about it. I gotcha. There you go. It's like, what the hell is that thing? Over. I gotcha. You're so good, hanky panky. Okay, okay. There you go. That's my boy. That's right, I remember. There you go. I forgot about that part.
Having to rock him.
That's right, I remember that. That's my boy. Good job. Good job, buddy. That's my boy. Yeah, buddy. If I could hit the nail, we'd be in great shape there. There we go. Gotcha, buddy. A little bit more secure. Good job, buddy. Good job, bud. The other thing is rhythm. Anyway, so not getting underneath him. He's kind of anticipating all that discomfort, you know? Good job, bud. Good job, bud. And as slow as we need to go. And I mean, you're naturally not non-reactive. Good job, buddy. I can understand that. Delano, will you bring me the driving hammer again? I missed the clip. Thank you. He's really short striding on the left hind. Super short, huh?
I think it's better than the first one.
Yeah.
You're stabbing it more on the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Last time he ran and ran and ran himself to oblivion all on his own. He felt so good. Just not really sore.
Okay, well, let me know in a few days. I'll check in with you.
Yeah.
So, cool. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. It'll be fun to see the changes. I mean, the last time it were huge.
Awesome. Well, even if they're not, let me know.
Well, no, I mean, it took like a day or two. I just let him kind of, I didn't work him. I just let him work himself, and then everything's fine.
Sweet.
You know, and he hasn't had rear shoes on in years.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Cool. Okay. Well, good. Thank you. You always give him a few days because it doesn't look great. But we had some challenges nailing on because his body's pretty tight and he may or may not have had experiences in the past. So really had to work within what he would give us to get those shoes nailed on and hold his foot really under or into his midline so his shoulder wouldn't be stressed, and then give him some time and patience and love so he could relax and trust us a little bit. And he definitely did. Same thing on the hind feet. So we kind of anticipated his movements and did them ahead of time so that he would not surprise me, but also not, I don't know what the word is, Casey, to be moved to jerk away on us, I guess.
Well, he was very reactive, and you got him to relax a lot by just doing your little rhythm with him. Put him into a rhythm with you to appreciate what you were doing. And he softened right up for you.
So by preemptively moving him instead of having him move us and then giving a lot of grace and patience, he relaxed into the process pretty nice. So I think over a couple cycles, he'll probably stand like a champ. Plus, we're working with old muscle patterns of really tight, a lot of tightness in the shoulders. And it's the first time we put shoes on his hind feet. So there's a lot of muscle body stuff that we may not realize is going on that we got to give him a little credit for. So patience and grace and love and understanding will earn us a lot of street credit down the road.